Hi, welcome to another shockingly exciting episode of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Breezy.
and today we are talking about the 1989
Yep.
question mark. Okay, thank you.
Yep. 1989.
Wes Craven movie Shocker. Um, and this movie this is one I've never seen before. Breezy, have you seen Shocker before?
I have not seen Shocker, and this is actually a family quest too.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yep.
So Shocker is kind of almost like Electric Freddy in a way. Um,
Yeah.
so I remember seeing the box. I remember all the way back in the video store, seeing the box, and it's the convict in the orange suit, and he's in the
Mhm.
electric chair, and it's Shocker. And I always just assumed that what the movie was about was like this guy got was going to get executed, and somehow he lived, and he had electric powers like Electro and could shoot lightning. But it's really way more weird than that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one. It
hmm
does give me, when I watch the whole movie, it does give me for sure the Nightmare on Elm Street vibes.
hmm
Because I know you probably want to ask this, what's my favorite scene? There's actually one favorite scene out of the whole movie that I actually like.
Okay, yeah.
And, that scene is when he's in the jumpsuit and, he's in jail and he's
Uh-huh.
in the electrical chair and he got shocked.
Uh-huh.
That's like the only scene out of the whole movie that I actually enjoyed. But yeah, after since like he got that, shocked and he, obviously like he died and then he came back to
Uh-huh.
life and when he you know was killing these people, like he was like there was supernatural involved. He was going to one body to another body and then say like he jumps into you and I touch you and he like and I touch
Yeah.
you and you're like it's like really really hard to explain, like he
Yeah.
gets shocked.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
So it's like the movie starts off and his name is Horace Pinker and he's a bald guy. And he has a limp and he's just a serial killer and they're like this teenager is like trying to track him down. His dad's a cop and they got a grudge because he murdered their family or whatever. And it goes on for a really, really long time. Like
Mhm.
I was expecting him to be in the electric chair in like the first 5 minutes of the movie, but no, there's like 40 minutes of him just as a regular dude, and then he does some sort of weird, like before he goes in the electric chair, he like hooks himself up to the TV with like wires, and like a ghost comes out of the TV and is like, "Yeah, baby," or something like that. It's the
Yeah,
weirdest thing.
that's what I was saying. Like the whole movie is just you get that weird vibe. It was like, but if you like Friday, not Friday Night, but Nightmare on Elm Street, you would definitely like this. So that's probably why I don't really
Yeah.
care for this one too much.
Yeah.
It's a
And
good movie by Wes Craven, but
he becomes electric, and then like he dies, but then he's like basically like an electric ghost or something, and he can
yeah,
possess people, but then he like moves from body to body, and then there's a necklace of the guy's girlfriend because they were in love, and it's a heart, and because of their power of their love, it makes him come out of the body that he's in, and it's like so convoluted and crazy.
yeah, it's like really, really, I don't know.
And then there's a part where they're like, he goes into a TV, like this is towards the end, and they're like flipping through the TV channels and like they're like interacting with like the TV shows, and it's like people can see it. Like there's like a lady and she's like, I'm sick and tired of these shows or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to say about this particular movie. I mean, how do you feel about it?
I thought it was kind of dumb. I thought it was kind of boring and really weird and kind of convoluted and kind of just a weird story.
Mm.
The killer, he does one-liners, so he very much seems like he's like a fake Freddy because it's like Freddy does his one-liners and this guy does one-liners, and like instead of going through dreams, he goes through like the TV
Electrical shock.
channels.
Let's say like
Yeah.
electrical shock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's creative. And there's like the some of the special effects are really goofy looking, but it's like if I had seen this back in 1989, I probably would have liked it a lot more. But It just
Possibly, yeah.
seems kind of hokey. But so that was what did you like about the electric chair scene?
There's a few reasons why I like that particular scene.
Okay. Let's
The one reason why is like it kind of reminds me of, me watching the true crime documentaries because I love true crime documentaries too.
Oh, sure.
And there's like some like, when I watch that, it's like, oh my gosh, it kind of reminds me of the true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is I like to be in shocked. I like to be shocked.
Well,
I
there
like
you
getting shocked too.
go.
But yeah, but yeah, I mean,
The
it's
one year for Christmas, me and my friends had this hot potato ball that it had like metal, it was plastic, it had metal prongs, and then it was timed, and you would throw it back and forth and play catch, and then randomly it would give you a shock when you caught it.
really
You'd probably like, yeah. Aaron hated it.
that that must be a very old game because I never heard of that.
Yeah, I'll have to see if we can look it up or something. But anyway, so,
Yeah.
but that's cool. That scene, they like fry his head and it like gets all burnt and like scarred and
hmm
stuff.
And usually when they go on like the death row electrical chair,
Hmm.
usually they like die right there. When he was on the electrical chair, he was kind of surviving in a way because he was
Yeah.
still like there moving around.
It was like so the impression I got, so at the very beginning of the movie, he's like watching TV, but he's not just watching TV, he's like soldering wires and like rigging up some kind of weird electrical thing. So it's like he
Mm.
has some sort of experience with electricity. And then when he's in the prison, he's got like some kind of crazy wires hooked up to the TV, and it's like he's gonna electrocute himself before they do. But then he does like but he's got like a pentagram and candles, so it's like not just electricity, it's like satanic or magical
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And then some kind of thing comes on the TV and says "dig it, baby." And then I don't remember what it says. It says something really stupid. I don't remember what it says. But then and then because of that, I think he was able to survive the electric chair and make himself supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do when I first seen this movie. Then again,
Mhm.
this is my first time ever seeing this.
Uh-huh.
Right off the bat, I do love the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I will give that movie that. I love the soundtrack.
Yeah,
The
it's got
music was really good.
as fitting a movie about electricity, it's got like a nice electric metal kind of soundtrack with a lot of guitar and
Yep.
just like that it goes.
Yeah, well, when I like was starting watching this, I'm like, oh my God, they have really good tunes. So I was
Yeah.
hoping that the movie would have been at least good or awesome,
Yeah.
but it didn't turn out to be.
Yeah, I like started off like the music. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," and then it's like,
Yep.
"Oh, this is kind of boring. When's he gonna get in the electric chair and be Shocker?" And then like the main kid has got just a weird looking face. Like he looks like he has vampire prosthetics on his face, but that's just his normal face. Like he's got
Oh
a
yeah,
weird forehead or something.
yeah, that was kind of weird too.
But anyways, side trip. But yeah, and that's just boring. And then they catch the killer, and then they electrocute him, and then it just gets weird. So
I like weird vibes, but it's like it,
yeah.
I like weird vibes, don't get me wrong, but it's like it was so like dry and kind of boring.
Hmm.
If it had that like the weird vibes mixed in with a little bit of what like mind blowing, like what the
Right. Yeah.
you know, it it'll probably draw a little bit more
Yeah.
viewers in.
Those are my favorite kind of movies, are the ones that are weird and mind-blowing and you just don't even know what the hell you're watching.
Yep,
Those are the ones I like.
same.
Yeah. So do you think a lot of horror fans are also true crime fans, or do you think some people are either just true crime fans, don't like horror, and vice versa? Since you said you like true crime a lot.
See, I this is my gathering on it. Like there is like some of my friends that are like a diehard horror fan, just like me, and they do like, true crime documentaries.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, and some people just don't really care for it. I mean, it's that one is actually kind of in the middle.
Okay.
I just like true crime because, yes, it kind of reminds me of, the horror drama just a little bit.
Yep.
But it also like it's like these true crimes, like, oh my God, why it's the mindset, like why drives this person to think this way or do this certain, you know? just
Exactly.
Like Ed Gein
Right.
or Ted Bundy or something like that, you know.
The Menendez brothers.
I just watched that. That was really good.
Yeah, I've heard that one's really good.
Mm-hmm. Are you
Yeah.
true crime?
What's that? I'm
Are
not
you?
really I don't really watch true crime documentaries, but then I watch stuff on like YouTube, like Mr. Ballin, where he talks about like college kids that lied and said they went to college, but they really didn't. And then when it's time for them to graduate, they like murder their family instead of just admitting they were lying. So I guess
Yeah.
that's true crime.
Yeah. It's similar.
Yeah, like weird stuff, dark stories kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like, what would you rate this like movie?
So if I saw this in 1989, I think I would have given it a six just because of the soundtrack and because it was creative and somewhat original, even though it's kind of Wes Craven ripping off himself with Freddy. So I would have given it a six, but seeing it just a couple days ago, I gotta give it a three because it was like, ugh, it was. It doesn't age well. The special effects are really bad, and it was really. I was thinking of Low Lives. Remember when we watched Low Lives, and
Oh
it just was
God.
like.
Oh my
No
God.
offense
No.
to the fan, we love our fan requests,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
thank you for fan requesting. We always love the fan requests, but just like Low Lives,
No, I think Low Lives was way worse than
I
this one.
think so too. Yeah, no offense to you know who
Yeah,
there.
if anybody like any fans love this movie, like
Mhm.
no against to you guys, but we just don't really,
I
care for it that
I
much.
think there's a reason why there was never a Shocker 2 or a Shocker 3 or a Shocker franchise. There's a reason why this was just a one and done horror as opposed to Freddy or Scream or Jason or Michael
Yeah,
Myers or any of those.
I could see like this movie could if this movie was actually like a little bit better, it
Hmm.
it could really go to Shocker 1 or no, Shocker 2 or 3. Probably just send it to 3, but I can definitely see 2 if they upped it up a notch.
Yeah. Do you remember a movie? I think it's called Stay Tuned. You're probably too young for this, but it was like Stay Tuned, I think it was called, and it was John Ritter, and they went through the TV channels, and there was a weird guy that was like the devil. I'm probably not remembering it right. Google it. That's what this movie, the one part of this movie reminded me of. The guy that's in Ferris Bueller, that's the principal, and he's like the bad guy.
Well, this movie came out on my birthday. Oh no, actually, I wasn't even born yet. This actually was like it came out like October 27th, 1989. I was actually born on November 3rd, 1989. So
Oh, good grief.
close, very close.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's I
what do
I
you rate it? Oh my goodness, almost forgot to ask. What do
yeah.
you rate it?
I was gonna rate it like I don't know, it's kind of hard. I kind of want to rate it to like 3, but I'm going to up it to 4 because the soundtrack. I
There you
mean,
go.
the soundtrack is really well done that
Mm,
fits into the movie.
hmm.
The reason why I'm giving it a 4, I wanted more storyline
Hmm.
in that movie.
There isn't really a whole lot of gore, is there?
No,
There's
I
some.
no, there's some, but I won't expect to be a gore because it's Shocker.
Right, true.
You know,
That makes sense. It's not
I think
Stabber. It's
no,
not
I think it's more like a supernatural
right.
movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's Shocker.
Yep. Shocker.
All right, keep the fan requests coming. We've been doing shorts for previews of our upcoming episodes, and we seem to be getting a good response on those. So hopefully Breezy will keep us making shorts.
Oh
And
yeah.
we got some new subscribers and a lot of new views, so thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, give us fan requests.
Yeah,
Uh,
we love those fan requests. Really.
exactly.
We love
And
them.
we do. So we got a fan request coming next week too, I believe.
Yep, we do.
Yep. So, all right. And that's all I have to say. Any last words, Breezy?
Nope, that's it. Always stay spooky.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.